Jesus, he shows up to a man's house and he goes in and has dinner with him. And everyone starts judging that scenario because what Jesus is actually doing, he goes and has dinner with someone that's an oppressor. They're literally taxing his own people. So he doesn't even care about his own people. He's taxing them crazy amounts and just ruining their lives so he would have a better life. Jesus goes and sits down and has dinner with them. And Jesus doesn't walk in and go, before we eat, I need you to know I'm not okay with that. No, he has dinner with him. He meets him where he's at. But the response to that is we see that the man says, hey, I'm not only going to pay people back, but I'm going to pay them back more than. We see a change. But Jesus met him where he's at. Jesus, he stands next to a woman and he starts writing in the dirt. And he tells a group of people that are legally in the right that they're about to throw stones and literally murder a woman because legally she's done something in their time that was illegal by sleeping with a married man. And in their culture at that time, that's an action that is legal to respond in that manner. Jesus, he writes, but then he speaks to a crowd and he says, if let the person with no sin throw the first stone, right? And in this moment, they all start walking away, and Jesus goes back and he starts writing in the dirt, which that's for another conversation. But then he stands back up and he goes like, hey, where are they all at? Which I love. And she responds, they all left. And he says, they don't condemn you, neither do I. But then he says, go and sin no more. So he's obviously pointing out some things. He's discipling. He's patient with people. He's teaching. He's challenging. He's urging them and warning them and encouraging them and taking care of them. But he does it in a manner that I think for many of us we've missed. So I say all that to just point out this fact. For your heart, for that soil, sometimes we need community. Scripture over and over speaks about groups. Jesus sends disciples out in pairs because he knows there's something important about community. So today, what I'm saying to you is to have a good soil in your life, to prepare good ground, you need community. You need to see that community is vital. That we can't live this life alone, or we're going to become a dead land, a calloused soil. We need other people to challenge us. We all have stories of this. I can tell you story after story. 5 years ago, as I'm leading a group of people, they come at me and they're just like, dude, we hate you. Like, you're a jerk. Like, the way you talk, we don't like. And for me in that moment, I'm like, nah, bro, you're wrong. I'm right. Like, this is how I talk, and it's all good. Like, I wasn't saying anything rude to you, but I'm speaking truth. And in turn, over time, I believe through that, through other people, God revealed to me, hey, no, as a leader, sometimes you're called to look in the mirror and just see, how can you shift? See, what it says in Scripture, it says to encourage those who are timid, take tender care of those who are weak, be patient with everyone. It says, see that no one pays back evil for evil, but always try to do good to each other. Always try to do good to each other. And it says, and to all people. So for some of us, we're like, yeah, to each other, the church. We're going to be good. We're going to care about each other. To all people. Oh, those ones too? Oh, but we don't agree on certain things. Like, oh, no, I can't do good. Like, this is what Scripture's speaking to, because I think there's something important. For many of us, we've allowed the ground in our lives to become so calloused that we're missing what we're actually called to do.